Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy drugstore December to you. If you've not heard, every video coming out for the entire month has a drugstore or affordable theme to it, and I'm also publishing 5 videos a week. So if you'd like to be notified of new content like this all month long, please subscribe, and thank you if you do. So I was in Walgreens recently, and I was looking at the holiday displays that they had out for the makeup, and I noticed that they had these 2 palettes from LA Colors, $2 a piece, nude and bold, and I'll show you more what they look like up close here in a second with swatches. And I was curious to see if they were any good, because sometimes LA Color palettes can be really good, other times they're just ugh. We'll test them out here today, and I will let you know if they really are worth looking into or not. For the up close tutorial here, I am going to use the nude palette, and then I'll show you the bold palette at the end of the video. This palette is very warm. There are a mixture of mattes and shimmers in here, 12 shades total per palette, by the way. First thing I'm noticing with this palette as I look at it now here more up close, I'm talking about the nude one, is that all the shades look rather similar to one another. They don't look like they are that different. Hopefully we can create a look that is pleasing. We'll see. I'm first taking this shade from the palette, which is a matte brown, very powdery, and I'm applying that into the crease. Okay. All right. I went into this with skepticism. I really did. I did. That's actually pretty good though. That's actually really good. Don't judge makeup by the price tag necessarily. I can't tell you how many times I've done it. Still do it. I mean, I'm doing it right now in this video, and I'm sometimes, oftentimes, proven wrong. Which is good. I like to learn new things, and learning new things means you have to be wrong every now and then. That is really excellent. I'm just over here in my head. This is amazing. Next shade I'm taking from this palette is this one right here, and I'm going to apply this on the lid. The more shimmery eyeshadow. It appeared to be really light in the swatch. And so far, let's see how we're doing here. It's okay. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. You may need some help. I may need to apply it wet. We'll see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it just as I applied it over here. That's not applying it with any other method than just the brush. On this eye, I'll apply it wet so we can see the difference. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a setting spray and spraying my brush and then applying it on this eye. Yeah, whoa. You can really see the difference there. I mean, it wasn't bad over here. You can see it still looks really good, but when you do apply eyeshadows wet, they're much more intense. What I feel like I'm finding with these eyeshadows is that they are very deceptive. They don't look in the pan how they appear in the swatches and then on the eyes. It looks different. When you look at this shade that I'm using right now, see how that kind of looks brown? It looks like a very dull brown, but if you look at my eyes, it's more like a champagne color, like a light gold. And the last shade I'm going to take from this palette is the deep brown at the end here. Another powdery matte, but we'll work with it. And I'm applying that into the outer corner. Hopefully we get some pigment with this one. Okay. Well, that's not too bad either. Holy moly. I'm also going to take some more of that deep brown eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply it to the inner third. Go back and do some minor blending around my eyes here. I also, off camera, went back with more of that dark brown, and I used it to deepen up the crease line a little bit more. And I gotta tell you, these are amazing. The quality is actually really good for being $2. I mean, come on. That looks pretty doggone good. Really pretty. I will tell you that I struggled just a little bit with blending. I found myself having to go back and forth a lot more with these eyeshadows than I usually would have to with other drugstore eyeshadows I've used in the past. It's not terrible. They will blend. They just take a little bit more effort. But other than that, these are amazing. And I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here. This is the perfect definition of why, myself included, you cannot judge a product based on the price tag alone because you really just don't know what you're going to get. And this was amazing. New favorite of mine. I really, really love it more than I thought that I would. Now for the other palette, the one called Bold, this one has a little bit of a different story to it. I'm going to show you the up-close tutorial with you as I'm talking about it here. Again, with this palette, you're given 12 shades in a mixture of mattes and shimmers. This palette is also warm, similar to how the nude one has a lot of warm neutrals, but this one has a little bit of a warmer, bold theme to it. Very pink. Even though you see some browns in this palette, they do pull very pink when you put them on your eyes. And as you can see, I'm applying the shades here. A much different level of pigmentation with this palette compared to the nude palette. It was hard not only to pick up the eyeshadows on the brush, they were very powdery like the nude palette, but the pigmentation was not as strong as the nude palette. I really, really struggled to get the eyeshadows to show up in the tutorial that I'm showing you here. I cannot tell you how many countless layers I applied of the shades, and each time with each eyeshadow in this palette, I was really disappointed. Now the bolder shades, like the bold pink, the bold purple that you see there, those were not as difficult to apply, but they weren't as strong as, say, a Wet n Wild eyeshadow would be or a Profusion eyeshadow would be. The quality was really, really lacking here. Really unhappy with it. I will tell you that even though the eyeshadows were not that great quality with this eyeshadow palette, they did not fade and they didn't muddy. They stayed exactly how you saw the final look there by the end of the day. They looked great all day through. It just was not there for me, and it's not a palette that I will ever pick up again, and I was very disappointed by it, unfortunately. And I'm really glad that I bought both to try out for you here on camera, because I feel like if I would have picked one or the other, I could have made the mistake of saying, oh, this is really great, check out the other ones that they have, because in this case, no, don't check this one out. This one was, ugh. If you really love neutrals and you're looking for something that's $2 for yourself, I mean, I feel like this would also make for a really great stocking stuffer this year. Great quality, excellent all the way around. Check out your local Walgreens. That was where I found them. I'm sure they are still there. And I hope that you found this helpful today. Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to watch. I have a dupe video I'm working on next, which is why I don't have any lipstick on right now. I'm duping 4 Tom Ford lipsticks for tomorrow's video. So I'm really, really excited about those. So I'm looking forward to seeing you for another video in Drugstore December tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, day, whenever you may be watching this ahead, and I will see you then.